The story of lying. James, to thine own self be true. Once upon a time, there was a man named James. He had a habit of telling lies, big and small. James had convinced himself that his lies were harmless and that he could get away with them. He told lies to his family, his friends, and even to himself. James was convinced that his lies were justifiable and that he was protecting himself from the harsh realities of life. One day, James was caught in a lie. His friends saw right through his story, and he was exposed. James was ashamed and embarrassed. But he couldn't help but continue to lie. He was so deep in his lies that he couldn't see a way out. As time passed, James began to realize the error of his ways. He saw how his lies had affected his relationships and his life. James knew that he had to make a change. But he didn't know where to start. He felt trapped and alone. One day, James stumbled upon a quote that changed his life. To thine own self be true. These words resonated with James, and he knew that he had to start being honest with himself and others. James decided to take action and break down the walls that he had built around himself. He confessed his lies and asked for forgiveness. It was a painful process, but James knew that he had to face the truth. Through his honesty and bravery, James found freedom. He was no longer weighed down by his lies, and he could finally live an authentic life. James learned that telling the truth may be painful, but it's the only way to deal with honesty. In the end, James learned an important lesson. The truth will always come out. And it's better to face it head-on than to live a life full of lies. James discovered that living in the truth is the only way to live a life of purpose and meaning. And so, James lived the rest of his days as an honest and upright man. He never forgot the power of the truth. And he always remembered that at the center of the word truth is the letter U, the unwavering truth that lies within each of us. Powerful poem about lying, Twisted Tales by Reuben White. Liars, oh liars. With words controlling like a puppeteer. Hide their feelings. Never to appear. Good listeners they are, to prey on your fears. Charismatic and charming they seem. A wolf in sheep's clothing, a deceptive theme. Think fast they do, to spin their deceit, a tangled web they weave, for others to defeat. Blame others they will, to shift the blame. Playing a victim, it's their favorite game, with a good memory, they manipulate the past. Twisted tales they tell, a spell they cast. Withhold information, the truth they withhold. A maze of lies they create, a story untold, cheaters they are, in every sense of the word. In their own illusion, they live undisturbed. But the truth will prevail, and lies will crumble, their web will be exposed, their ego will stumble. For honesty is the only path to take. The weight of deceit, too heavy to fake. So be true to yourself, and let your conscience guide. In the light of truth, there is nothing to hide, for the power of honesty will set you free, and liars, oh liars, they will always be.